this headband actually take your meditation and your sleep to the next level? And does it really live up to the hype? I've had my eye on the Muse S for over a year, and when they reached out to see if I wanted to test it out, it was a no-brainer. So I'm gonna talk about what this device is, how it works, my overall experience, and whether I think it's worth the investment. But I wanna make it clear that these are 100% my honest thoughts. Okay, but I'm not gonna do this entire review with this on. The Muse S is a sleep and meditation headband that uses EEG technology to give you real-time feedback on your brain activity, heart rate, breathing, and body movements. When you first unbox the Muse, you'll find the headband itself, which is what has the sensors, in the pod, which is what you pop into the headband, and that connects to the Muse app on your phone or tablet. The app is super easy to use. It's broken up into 3 sections: meditation, sleep, and your user dashboard, which displays all of your session data. So let's say that you're gonna use it for a meditation. Basically, you put the device on, turn it on, connect to the app, which it should do automatically, and you can select either a timed meditation, which allows you to choose different ambient sounds, or you can choose one of the 4 biofeedback meditations. So there's mind to help you find calm and focused attention, body to find physical stillness and relaxation, heart to learn how to slow down and control your heart rate, and breath, which is my personal favorite right now, and it uses different breathing techniques to either energize or relax your body. When you choose one of the biofeedback meditations, you get to choose your own soundscape. The cool thing is that the soundscapes adapt to your brain activity. So when you're really focused and in a deep state of relaxation, the soundscape is pretty quiet. But as soon as you lose your concentration, the soundscape changes to something like more heavy rain and wind if you're in the rainforest, for example. Or the healing drum that you're using to lower your heart rate starts to beat faster if your heart rate begins increasing. And if you're really on a roll with your meditation and you're able to sustain a state of focus and relaxation for at least 5 seconds, you will be rewarded with the sound of birds chirping. And I want to note that you can adjust the volume of the different sounds, including the birds. So if you're like me and maybe you hear the birds and you get excited that, yay, I was able to be focused and calm, and then you lose that state of calm, well, you can adjust the volume of the birds, make them a little more subtle, a little more in the background so you can keep doing your thing. I would recommend doing the meditations with headphones or a speaker. That way it's a more immersive experience, but you can also hear the feedback that the device is giving you. But before any session begins, you have to test the device's connection. You have to make sure there's good skin to sensor contact, and it takes a little getting used to. The main thing is making sure your hair is out of the way. I normally wear my hair up when I meditate, but I did test wearing my hair down and I was still able to connect. There have only been about 2 or 3 times where I ran into issues over the course of the 30 days in testing this out. But I think for people who have long hair and thicker hair, like hair that's a little more coarse, might run into some issues. But again, you just kind of have to figure out what works best for you. When you're done with a meditation session, you can rate how you feel, add any notes, and check out all of the data. Now, it doesn't show anything related to specific brainwaves, but if that's something that you're interested in, there is an app called Mind Monitor. It's $15 and it does show you all of the brainwaves as you're using the device. But with the Muse app, it is nice that I don't have to interpret my own brainwaves. The app makes sense of that data and I can instantly see how calm or chaotic my brain was. The setup for sleep is basically the same, but you can choose from different journeys or soundscapes that can help lull you to sleep. There's even this digital sleeping pill feature that's super cool. Basically, it uses stories or soundscapes that respond to your brain activity, and as you begin to fall asleep, the audio will gently fade out, but if you do happen to wake up, the audio will gently rise so that it can help you fall back asleep. I think a lot of people could benefit from this, but I personally haven't tested this out because I don't have issues falling asleep and I don't like listening to anything in the process. However, I've slept with the headband on 5 different nights and I found it to be comfortable enough to where it hasn't negatively impacted my sleep. Now, I wear an Oura ring which tracks my sleep amongst other things, and I've found the data to be pretty comparable. There are some differences, but that's just kind of to be expected from tracker to tracker. Now, I do wish you could actually customize the dashboard and how things are laid out, but I think the most helpful data related to sleep that the Muse provides is around how much time you spend in each stage of sleep. But I think the Oura Ring as a sleep tracker is more effective because it puts the sleep information in the context of your activity levels and your recovery levels, and it makes the information as a whole more actionable. Also, I don't love the idea of having a Bluetooth device on my head for several hours each night. Now, the Gen 2 Muse S is $399. This thing is not cheap. I hope it goes without saying, but you do not need to spend any money to meditate. That's probably one of the best things about it, is that it's free. But if you've been around my channel for a while, you'll know that I have ADHD and I have really struggled with meditation. I have put a lot of time and energy into learning how to make meditation work for me, and I have gotten better. But it still hasn't been something that I've genuinely wanted to do. I know it's good for me. I want to do it. But do I actually make time for it on a daily basis? No. But these last 30 days, I have genuinely wanted to meditate, and it is because of this device. I am somebody who loves data and is always curious. I want to know if I'm doing something right or if what I'm doing is effective. And the fact that I can immediately know if I'm slowing my heart rate down or if I'm in a calm state of mind, it's extremely motivating, and it makes me want to keep meditating, and I want to keep improving. Not to mention when you hear all of the bird sounds and then you see the session data with all of the little bird icons in the table, it makes me so excited. It makes me proud. I love the gamification. And now that I have a 30-day streak, I don't want to break that. If you can't tell, I've been so excited to do this review because this device has truly changed the relationship I have with meditation. I want to quickly summarize using a pros and cons list because I like pros and cons lists, but let's start with the pros. So first off, it's very, very comfortable. I probably should have talked about this a little bit more, but the fabric is soft, and I mean, if I can wear it to sleep with no issues, that should tell you something. The app is also very user-friendly and well-designed, and getting real-time feedback on your brain activity during a meditation is incredibly helpful, but it also just enhances the overall experience. I've also found the gamification and positive feedback model to be very effective, and of course, the data is easy to understand. Now for the cons. There are some potential connectivity issues. While I, again, did not experience much of this at all, it can still be a frustrating experience when it happens. I also didn't find the sleep data to be particularly actionable, and you do have to wear it on your head throughout the entire night, which is not my favorite way to track my sleep. And it's expensive. And that brings me to the big question, is it worth the investment? For some people, I actually think it is. Meditation is such an incredible practice that's worth incorporating into our daily lives. For some people, meditating is no issue. But for those of us who have found meditation to be an uphill battle, this device can be a real game changer. Now, I should also mention that there's a premium subscription where you can get access to over like 500 guided meditations, but there's another feature where you can listen to and use external apps like the Calm meditation app or Audible or Music or whatever, but it will still track your biofeedback. Personally, I think the upgrade is nice, but I don't think you need it. But if you really wanted to, you could also use one device with the Muse Headband and then headphones with another device, so you can still listen to music or, like whatever it is you want. So that is an option, and I have played around with that. It does work. If you are interested in purchasing anything, the company was kind enough to provide me with a link that will get you 10% off of your order, and I've put that link in the description. And again, a big thank you to them for letting me try this device out because it has truly been an amazing experience. So what do you think of the Muse S, and would you ever use something like this? Let me know in the comments, and I've picked out a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.